Without straining your eyes, read with me as we go over the rules of today's event. The Mice Chat Gumball Rally instructions, this is a general guide for you. The key to this event is 1, don't kill yourself. 2, don't kill anyone else. And 3, be a good citizen of the parks. No running, pushing, anything that might reflect badly on you or this event, because we hope to do more of these events in the future.
So should we leave a taser in the car?
Tasers must remain. Listen, I'm okay with you all tasing each other. Fine with that. Just try not to tase the guests. There is a rally hotline number that rings to me. So if you need any help throughout the day, you're not quite sure what a rule is, if you might be violating a rule, or you're not sure, how much time it's going to take to get back to the finish line, or whatever. Something strange happens, one of you has to drop out of the event, you need to know if you can continue. Call that number, I'll answer. If I don't, just call back again or leave me a message, I'll call you right back. Every once in a while I don't feel my phone vibrate and I get to answer it, so just call, that's all I do.
Hard to answer.
Well, and if I never answer, just make a best decision. Err on the side of caution.
Make up your own rules.
That's right, make up your own rules. This is one of those events you can wear a suit made out of razor blades, throw glass or jacks at the opposing team, pop the tires on their baby carriage, whatever you need to do to win. No. So the object of the game is to ride as many attractions as possible in one day, and to help verify which attractions you've been on, you're going to be asked a series of questions in your booklet. And don't open your booklet yet, there's no need for you to look at this just yet, but there are a series of questions in here that you're only able to answer if you ride the rides. If by some strange chance you happen to already know one of the answers, you still have to ride the ride. Putting an answer in and not riding the ride would disqualify you from the entire event. It's just not worth it, especially after 10 hours of running around 4 different parks. You wouldn't want to be disqualified over something so silly, so make sure that you're riding the attractions. Keep your team together. Now, there's one reason for this. We don't want your teams to split up and send one person off to get a fast pass for one ride, and another one to ride another ride. You have to keep your teams together. Now, we're not going to be measuring exactly how far apart you are, but try to stay pretty closely together. If you need to use the restroom, of course, one person can wait outside of the restroom for the other. That's not a problem. And also, there will be occasions where somebody simply cannot ride an attraction. Somebody may have a medical condition that keeps them off of an attraction. It is okay for one team member to get in the line and ride the attraction, but the other must wait at the exit. So you cannot go get a fast pass for something else, or go get food, or use the restroom, or anything else while one team member is on a ride. You both must be at the attraction, although you do not both have to be riding the attraction. Does that rule make sense?
So are we supposed to be together until we drop the person at the exit, or both go through the line, or split at the start of the line, or what? You can split it. As soon as one person gets in the line, the other can go to the exit, so that's fine.
And if it's one of those attractions where there's a chicken exit at the end, it's fine for you both to just go through the line together and then the other person to take the chicken exit. But the point is just to be, the spirit of the rule is both be at the attraction. Now, there are a couple of attractions in here where we've indicated it's okay to use single rider line. But again, you both must ride the attraction, and you must wait at the end of the attraction until your other team member is done. So you'll have to decide. Do you want to use fast pass? Do you want to use single rider? Do you want to wait through the regular line? What would be fastest for you? And that's the whole point of this game, is to make decisions. As the ultimate theme park guest, how would you get from park to park? How will you ride the attractions? Will you use fast pass? Will you use single rider? But you must be at the attraction together. Okay? Disney cast member rules and rules of the attractions, rules of the parks must be followed at all times. So Disney's rules are our rules as well. So just follow park rules as much as possible. Choose your paths wisely. There are a number of variables that could affect you today. Weather, attractions may close suddenly. There may be a parade that blocks your route. Certain attractions may be closed at certain times of the day. So read your packet before you set off today and decide what parks are you going to go to in what order, and what attractions are you going to try to ride in what order. And keep that in mind. Some attractions may give you trouble. If a ride is down, and you call me and say, Dusty, do we get the points for this ride because it's down? You don't. So you need to decide, if this is an attraction that's prone to going down, maybe we should ride it early. Or I'll have to come back later and ride it again, or we're just going to decide to skip this ride and go on with our quest and try and get as many points as possible. I'm going to skip that rule because we already talked about it. We have spotters that are going to be throughout the parks today, and they are watching particularly on attractions where we think that it's easiest for you to separate or do crazy things or make an unwise decision. So don't make an unwise decision, and the problem is solved. And finally, the most important thing about the day is the finish. You're actually going to be finishing today at the Magic Kingdom, and you're going to be finishing at the Noodle Station, the Tomorrowland Terrace Noodle Station. That's right at the end of Main Street on your right-hand side. It's kind of set back from the street, so you'll find us there. We'll be on one of the upper terraces in one of the less crowded spots, so you might have to look around for us. Allow plenty of time to get there. If you're going to be traveling from another park to get to the Magic Kingdom and you're not finishing your packet up at the Magic Kingdom, don't underestimate how long the lines may be as people are flooding into the Magic Kingdom to watch fireworks. We're finishing at 8 o'clock. We will not accept any packets after 8:15, so you will be deducting points for every minute after 8. So at 1 minute past 8 o'clock, you'll lose 1 point. At 2 minutes past 8 o'clock, you'll lose 4 points. So basically what we're going to do is count the number of minutes late you are and double that and deduct that many points from your packet. So try not to be late. Early's fine. If you finish the packet early, we'll be there by 7 o'clock in that location. So you can finish as early as 7. If you finish earlier than 7, please call me and we'll tell you where we are in the park and you can meet up with us there and we'll go ahead and timestamp your packet at that time. Why would it be important to know what time you're done? Well, first, the winning team should be the team with the most points. It may not be possible to finish this packet. It may be possible to finish the packet, but it seems unlikely. So the team that wins today is probably the team that has the most points. Every attraction in here is awarded a different number of points, so they're not all equal. We know that certain attractions you might want to skip because they're long, or they have a long line. But those are also the attractions, for the most part, that have the highest point value. So really evaluate this packet and what rides you're going to do. But in the event of a tie for the number of points, we'll break that tie with time. So the team that came in the earliest would then win. So if we have two teams with 100 points, the team that came in earliest would be awarded the grand prize. So time is important. So make sure you call if you're before 7 o'clock, but I find that highly unlikely. There's a gentleman that you all need to meet. Kevin Yee is where? Kevin Yee, the master of Disney Quizdom, is here and wrote your packets. He is a celebrated author, so you're very lucky today to have a packet that was written by an author that many, many of you have probably read, and he brought some treats for you at the end of the day that he's going to be giving away. He's got some of his books that he's going to be giving away at the end of today's event, so we're very lucky today that we had Kevin involved with this event. We also would like to thank Fishbowl, who created your packets and put them together, and only 4 people have seen today's event. Kevin wrote it, Fishbowl put it together, Summer in Florida tested it. Where's Summer?
Over here.
She's still recovering. She tested it about 3 months ago.
With 2 children.
Today, and she said, I'm on the way to the hospital. I'll be okay, but I'm going to need a foot. And Summer, you look fantastic. I'm so glad that your recovery went well. Okay, go ahead and open up your little packets and you'll see the format, what it looks like. It's question, answer. Make sure that your answer line is very clearly printed. If we can't read your answer, it doesn't count. So please try to be as clear as possible as you can when you write them in. If you're not 100% sure how to phrase an answer, I have a great solution for you. Phrase the answer in several different ways. Or give us enough information that it's clear to us that you really did write it. Okay? The intent of this is not to be, it's not for us to be checking spelling or anything like that. We just want to know you wrote the attraction. So that's really the important thing about the question. All right? Before we get started here, will everybody do me a favor? In your packet, there should be a pencil, or if you've got a pen, write your team name on the first page and write your team name on the back cover. So just in case pages get separated, we know whose packet is with what team. Last year we had a team turn in a packet with a great time and a great score, but we didn't know who they were, so they didn't get any points. Everybody got their team names there? Now, before we get started, does anyone have any questions at all? Questions? Everybody got it? Everybody ready? This is doable, folks, and it should be a lot of fun. These are some fun attractions on here. This should be a great day. We will see you tonight between 7 and 8. Then we'll do the awards party and watch fireworks together. Have a fantastic day, everyone.